There we go. We're live.
We're live. Okay. Go ahead and click on the music.
It is.
What's up, everybody? We are live, and welcome back to our live podcast. And we are here with Mark and myself. It is a rainy Tuesday evening. A little darker this time.
That's all right. It's all good. We need the rain. Get the ground wet, get the dust down.
There you go.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We are back from our last week adventure at the SEMA show in Las Vegas. Great event. It was the best one I've been to, to date.
Yeah.
Henry got to enjoy it as well. Henry and Susan, along with
Yep.
me and Anita, got to go out and do some adventures.
Yeah, I was drifting with some professionals.
That's it.
Man, and I'm telling you, that was an experience. If you never experienced drifting in a car and you have no control, yeah, you're about to ready to lose your shorts.
Nope. All right.
No.
Optima Battery, Wally and Michelle, thank you so much for inviting us out and showing us a good time. We got to meet several people. Tanner Faust was there with him and his fellow colleagues doing the drifting. Connor was out with his race truck. Connor is literally right here at the end of my building. It's CBR Radiator. So him and his wife, mother was out there, Georgiana. And we got to work with him Tuesday. I actually got to turn some wrenches and help him work on his truck for a little while.
Right.
But what a great event. A lot of stuff going on at SEMA. A lot of new stuff going on out there as far as, products and everything else. Same vendors that I normally talk to. We talked to a few other ones, but pretty much all the same stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty neat. My first time there. Had a great time and ready to do it again next year.
I got back Monday here in the office, and Kayla, my social media guy, he was here, but I didn't get a chance to sit down with him. I will do some posts tomorrow when he comes in, and we'll post some of the, what's up, Ray? We need Ray. We'll do some posts tomorrow as far as the SEMA show. We'll send you some videos, some pictures, and everything else, and that everybody can see what goes on at a SEMA show. I know a lot of people asked about it. Ian, I talked to you today. I called you back. Apologize that we didn't get a chance to hook up. Every day was full days until we went to bed. Normally it's not that crazy, but this year was crazy. Terry Lynn and Jeff, sorry I didn't get to hook up with you guys. There's a lot of people I wanted to go out and do things with, but it was so crazy and busy I didn't get to do it.
It got a little bit of rain too.
Yeah. Plus we had the weather and everything else. Hey, Terry Lynn. I was just talking about you. I was just letting you know I'm sorry that I missed you guys. And hopefully there is a solar panel convention in January. I got to find out what it takes to get into it. I know Ken Stallings, he sent me some links. I'm going to check into it tomorrow. But literally just coming back yesterday from being gone a week, I have been booked each day. So tomorrow's another busy day. For everybody that's got to order in for your J. Racenstein rotary brush, I pick them up tomorrow.
Nice.
You got to get them back, get the hoses plumbed through the poles, get all the adapters put on, the ball valves put on, but they will be ready for pickup by tomorrow evening or no later than, what is tomorrow? Wednesday, Thursday morning, you can start picking them up.
Awesome. I'm also on my YouTube channel here, Mark. And I do see quite a few people on here. Aloha Solar Panel Cleaning. Forget to pay the internet bill? No, we just had a little bit of trouble here.
No, I come in earlier. We're two old bald guys. We pretend to be tech savvy. So I come up earlier this evening and I fired the computer up, checked everything out, went back downstairs, had a few customers come in, and then I had everything ready to go, but I guess this program that we use, it doesn't like for you to sit there and not use it.
Yeah, I guess it just sits there a
So
little too long, and there you go.
I fired the, rebooted the computer, and we're all good.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons.
Goodness, sorry guys.
About to put his phone on.
Man, that phone just keeps ringing and ringing and ringing, no matter what time it is.
There you go.
But I went ahead and took care of that problem right now. So thank you guys for coming on today. Feel free to ask us what you guys want to talk about, and this is going to be an open forum here. We do have some things happening in the future, and I don't know if you want to elaborate on that, Mark, or not, but
I'll get into it here in a second.
Okay.
Let me hit this up here. Spotless. Can you remove the splash shield from the J Race type brush? If so, how?
yeah,
Get your crescent wrench. You put the brush, straight up and down on the ground, and use your weight to unloosen that bolt.
it's just one little nut.
It's just one little nut. Loosen it up. And FYI, the new rotary brushes from J Racenstein, all my new brushes that I started getting tomorrow come with a new splash guard. They come with the universal splash guard. That way, when you flip your brush from one side to the other, you got two different holes that you put the splash guard in. So all of you out there that's been getting wet, guess what? You're not gonna be getting wet no more. So all the new rotary brushes has a splash guard. Back to what Henry is talking about. So Monday on the way to Vegas, we went to Henderson. We went to what's it called, Sunbrush?
Sunbrush, yeah.
Yeah, Sunbrush.
Yeah.
We got a guest tonight.
Oh,
Can you
welcome.
see her right there in the camera?
Yeah, let's see if we can get her over here.
Chanel, come here.
Come here, Chanel. Chanel number 5. What you doing, girl?
We got the little brat here. Come here.
There we go. This is
So this
Daddy's
is-
little girl.
This is the mascot. At any rate, so we went to Sunbrush. So to give you guys an FYI, Mark being Mark and Henry being Henry, we are looking at the rotary brush arm that goes on tractors.
We're looking at the bigger toys,
Yeah.
and that's what we're looking at. We're looking at bigger equipment to do a lot more solar panels, and that's down the road. But we just wanted to let you guys know what we're doing. As a matter of fact, I think Mark will probably end up doing something to it.
I looked at the ones that they had there. They had the oscillating tractor that's on wheels. I don't like that because anybody that's out there in the solar panel farm knows that when you're hitting the dips with the tractor, even though it pivots and isolates whenever it goes into a dip, you still got motion. There is a lot of nice features on that brush as far as the weight, stability to keep it from banging against the panel and breaking panels. But me, personally, I will be going with a skid steer. I'm looking into it. I'm thinking about purchasing one, and I want to modify build the Rolls Royce and the tractor's brush system.
Always want to go big.
Go big or go home.
That's right.
So as everybody knows, I build skids, I build vans, I build trucks, I build trailers for pressure washing. Now I'm looking to move up to the tractors. I do want to get one. I do want to build it. I've got current customers that we can go out and play with it and get it, all the bugs worked out of it and see how it works. And then if somebody wants to buy it, we can sell it. I'll build another one, or if they want to get one, then I can build it for them. I don't mind. But to me, it's a good investment to get a piece of equipment like that, to get it all the bugs figured out, worked out of it. Because, for anybody that knows solar panel cleaning, when you're starting to clean the solar panel farms, you get these big contracts, and 9 times out of 10, that piece of equipment will stay on that property. By the time you're done cleaning the first set of panels, it's time to start cleaning again.
Right.
So,
And that's the whole idea, is to have repeat business.
repeat business and get this going.
Yeah.
RO systems, I'm going to be talking with, I've already talking, that I'm a distributor for J Racenstein, so I've already been talking to J Racenstein and their RO systems. I got Jerry that I talked to out in Arizona. I'm going to look for a system that we can mount to a trailer and leave it stationary out on a farm where the RO system can replenish the water quick enough. You know, you got to go with a big system. So with a
Right.
big system, you need to replenish the water quick enough, because if you're on a real big farm, you're going to be using a truck or a like a side by side or something like that to take water out to the tractor. So, but you got to make sure you got a RO system that can replenish whatever you're taking out to that tractor. You can't be waiting 45 minutes just to replace 100 gallons with
Right.
an RO system.
Right.
You got to have a system that can replenish those tanks that are your buffaloes, that's keeping you clean, fresh water.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into the tractor, and I'm also looking into building a stationary water buffalo that has a water shutoff valve on it that you hook up to a hydrant or whatever, a big fire hydrant. That way you can keep your DI system or your DI water up to par and ready to go.
Always working. Always working.
So big toys, big visions right now.
Big ideas.
I'm gonna lose some sleep now because I'm such a bonehead. I get a project on my mind and I can't sleep. Henry was in the office with me a while ago. I showed him the skid steer that I'm interested in, and this one can actually do carports. It can do the solar panel farms. It's very versatile. So when I start doing things, you'll start seeing it.
There you go. If you guys have a few questions on this channel right here, what's up there, Jordan? He said, "Good morning, guys." So I don't know where he's at.
Jordan.
Nawabisa Jordan.
Oh.
I may have butchered his name. Solaris Panel Cleaning. What's up, fellas? He also has a question for you, Mark. He says, with a 4 gallon per minute pressure washer, what size surface cleaner would be the right size?
4 gallons per minute. You want to do like the little 21 inches like I've got. That's what I run.
21 inches.
Yeah, 21 inch little surface cleaner. I got the BE surface cleaners in my showroom. They are stainless steel. We adjust the tips out to make sure you got a 2.0. I personally like the 40-degree tips. It gives it a wider broadcast and you can walk a little bit faster. Most tips come with either a 15-degree or I think BE comes with 25-degree. I always keep extra 40-degree tips around because I like to raise my the wands off the swivel. I like to raise them up a little bit off the ground, and then I put a 40-degree tip, and you can walk faster.
Okay. Now Wabisa Jordan it's 3 a.m. in South.
Where are you reading?
I'm reading it right here. Online. It's 3 a.m. in South Africa. See, so he's listening in from South Africa. Hey, welcome, and thank you for being up at 3 a.m. and listening to the two old bald guys.
Right on.
That's awesome. All right, and we also have Mary. What's up there, Mary? Mary says hello to old bald guys. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Terry Lynn says, hey guys. Spotless says, okay, thank you. Mary says, cute little baby.
Of course she is. She's a spoiled little baby.
Rod RJ, let's get AM Pressure Washing to 1,000 subscribers. If you're not subscribed already, do so. Let's go. Let's go. Which one's the applaud button, by the way? That's not it. There you go. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that.
A lot of people I've been hitting up, people that friend me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I have a text message that I send out. The reason I'm wanting to go live, guys, is because like today I was working on a project out in the shop. I will go over there and go live, and I'll glance up and I'll share my screen to the TV out in the shop, and I'll answer questions as I'm working, so that way you guys can see some of the stuff that I'm building. I've noticed in the social media world, Reels is where everything's at, and not just showing the same pressure washer, the same thing over and over. It's doing live action shots. Like if I'm welding, if I'm grinding, if I'm putting something together, that draws a lot of attention to people, and they want to see what you're doing. I try to keep it fresh. I try to keep it where it's not boring. Excuse me, but the reason I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers, like on my phone, if I'm out in the shop, I can go live and I can mirror it to my TV on the wall, and then I can see what everybody's doing as I'm out there working. and I can answer questions, put my headset on, and talk to you while I'm working. So that's the reason I need 1,000. So right here on the computer, we can go live on a computer, but on the phone, you got to have 1,000 subscribers. Why
Right.
YouTube does that, who knows?
Yep.
I think it's stupid.
Yep.
But who am I to say?
Also, let me see here. We have Sanad. Sanad says the Super Clean Brothers. Thank you for all the info. Mary says my plan is to buy a van in January. What is your recommendation when it comes to a van, small commercial or minivan? Also looking into a truck and a trailer. What's your thoughts on that, Mark?
What's your recommendation when it comes to a van, small commercial minivan, also looking into a truck and trailer? All right. Depends on what you're going to put in it. Which you guys already seen, I packed 20 pounds of poo in a 1 pound bag with my little van. I've got the Ford Transit Connect that has 3 pressure washers. One of them's a pressure washer in the burner. It has 4 electric hose reels. Has 2 30-gallon storage tanks, one for degreaser, one for DI water. It has a DI tank in it. It has 2 storage compartments for my chemicals. Yep. The aluminum brush holder for my J. Racenstein brush, and a surface cleaner fits underneath that. All of that inside that little van.
Yeah, that's a lot of poo.
Organized. And what's
Organized.
crazy is that van from factory gets 32 miles on a gallon. I just drove it to Bishop, and I averaged there and back 26.9 miles to the gallon with all that equipment in there.
That's amazing.
So it all depends on what you're wanting to do. If you're wanting to get a van, I recommend vans. I like vans because you see, even with me with a van and a burner, I've got that big exhaust coming out the roof for the heat to come out, and we can do it out the side. We can do it all different kinds of ways. It depends on what size you get. Trailers, state of California, you cannot go over 55 miles an hour pulling a trailer. You got to be in the middle lane or to your far right lanes. You cannot go into any left lane past the middle lane. It is a fine. I do not like trailers. Keeping them stored and parked somewhere, you got to make sure that you keep them locked up in a garage, because I lost my trailer right over here. I had a storage yard. I had a dump trailer, brand new. It got stolen once. The fool had the wrong size ball, lost it out here in the road. Sheriff's called me. I come got it. I took the receiver off the front of it, put it back in the yard, clean, fix the lights and everything. Fool brought a receiver and stole my trailer. It's gone this time.
Wow.
So trailers, I'm not too keen on. Trucks are fine. Only thing about the truck, everything is out in the weather unless you got somewhere to park it. So if you can get a van, get a van.
Yeah. We have a few questions over here or comments. We have Aloha Solar Panel Cleaning. Mark, check company called Core Industry Services. They have a great setup for the solar farms. Yes, we're familiar with them. They're out of Bakersfield. They got several trucks out there, several skid steers, and running the 20-foot brush and doing a lot of the solar farms up in Bakersfield. And
I am so shocked right now.
why is that?
Don't everybody know me?
I guess not.
I am a guru, guys. I'm already done telling you about the tractor. Don't you think I've been thinking about this thing now for a few months? So I've been looking at everybody's setup. I've been looking how they transfer water to the tractor. I've been seeing what mods they've been doing to them.
Yeah, we do our homework.
Yeah, I did my homework, and trust me, I'm dying to get what I want to get, and then when I get it put together, most definitely I'm going to be showing everybody what we're doing.
Right. As a matter of fact, we already know who sold the equipment to Core Industries because we already talked to them.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's no secret. But they're a great group out there in Bakersfield doing their thing, and I applaud them for that. Modern Addiction. Hey, guys, hope you're doing well. Is solar cleaning slower during the winter months? And if so, why are the main reasons? Well, it's very simple. It's rain. So when you have rain, people think that the rain is cleaning the solar panels. That's the number one thing. So people don't call to get their solar panels cleaned because when they go outside and they take a look at the solar panels, the first thing they're looking at is they were cleaner than yesterday. And that's because the rain takes the top layer off of the solar panels. Doesn't take the dirt off completely, just takes the top layer off. Still needs to be cleaned. But people tend to think during the wintertime that solar panels don't need to be cleaned because they're not thinking about their production or the heat or using a lot of appliances or using a lot of things to generate the electricity. So they're out there not even thinking about cleaning the solar panels, which in fact in the wintertime is just as important as the summertime as far as getting your solar panels clean. And that's the main reason why a lot of people slow down in the solar industry when it comes to solar panel cleaning. There's a certain months that get really, really busy. They start up in March, end up all the way to November. From then, it kind of slows down big time because a lot of people don't think about their solar panels. And that's basically the main reason. But great question, by the way. Um,
Let me touch bases on
Yep.
that. Even though in the winter months, guy, we do not slow down in pressure washing. We
Right.
do not slow down in nothing.
window
We're,
cleaning.
we're California. We're Arizona.
Yep.
There's Vegas. There's always going to be wind, dust, and dirt. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people in residential, this is where you out there as a business owner is going to start educating your people, your customers when it comes to your residential.
That's right.
Now, most power companies do not give you your kickback but once a year.
Yep.
So when you first buy your solar panels, you get slapped in the face with that big bill. And then now you got the monthly payments for those who put it on a monthly payment plan. So now you're paying a bill every month. You're going all year because some of these installers say they're maintenance free
Right.
and they led you wrong. Then after you own them panels for a year, you're waiting to get that big check.
And you don't?
You don't because you haven't been cleaning your panels. So you got to keep the kilowatts up. But guess who does get paid?
Hmm.
The power companies.
That's
do.
right.
They're using your panels to put power back out to the grid. And then if you notice, that check gets smaller and smaller because you're not cleaning them, but the power companies are still getting all their money.
Not
So-
only the power companies, the solar panel companies too.
Mm-hmm.
They make money regardless whether you clean them or not.
Yeah.
And the only way that you're going to make money is to make sure that they're clean all the time, not just the summertime.
And there's ways to do this, guys. If you got areas like out here where we're at, where we have the high winds, the desert, if you're down in Yuma or Vegas or Arizona where you get the dust storms and everything else, the panels are always going to be dirty. So if
Right.
you get it set up on a quarterly plan, give your customers a break. If you can get quarterly, you're killing it on residential because that customer understands the gain they get by at the end of the year if they're keeping them panels clean.
Yeah.
So there's ways to keep this going and get kickbacks, but you got to educate the customer before they wait all year to get that check, and they're very disappointed because they didn't get a big check.
Right. It's funny because it's raining right now and it's been raining all day. Guess what? Tomorrow, I got to go out and do solar panel cleaning. And that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it just rained today. Tomorrow, I still have appointments and I still going out there and I'm still cleaning. So, you know, you got to make sure that you book these appointments all year round. This is why you have repeat customers every 6 months. Go out there and have them clean, and you'll have business.
I wish we'd have thought about this. So you got a job tomorrow.
Mhm.
I wish you could have went out yesterday when it wasn't raining and got a reading on those panels.
Yeah,
Go out tomorrow when you first get there, get a reading after it rained, and then after you clean them, get another reading. So that way you could show the increase in reading of how much more kilowatts you're getting out of those panels and wattage. I think your meter does it do kilowatts or wattage?
it does kilowatts
Kilowatts. So that way you can see
and wattage.
You can see how much.
So
you
you're
have
able
there.
to check both. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be something that you could show. Well, even tomorrow, since it rained, you can show them where it's at after it rained. So you know what your base panels kilowatts should be. So after it rained a little bit yesterday in this area, but
Yeah.
today it's rained all day. It started last night. It's been raining all day.
Yeah.
So go out there tomorrow, get a reading,
Mm-hmm.
show everybody, go live and show everybody what the reading is before you start. Show the panels how dirty they are.
Yep.
And then as soon as you're done with that, start cleaning them. As soon as you get them clean, do another reading and show everybody the gains in it.
Yep.
And
Did you hear that, guys? I guess I got to go live tomorrow. So I will be live tomorrow.
Doing this, everybody that's watching, everybody that follows you, everybody that follows me, you can share this information to your customers. If
Yeah.
you have a hard time explaining this to your customers, Henry can do this tomorrow. He'll do 2 live videos. One when he first gets there, shows you the panels, what it looks like after it rained, get a reading on them. He can clean them and then get another reading on them, and that way you can have this footage to show your customers. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people are not, you know,
Educated.
not only educated, but that don't know how to explain it to the customers.
Yeah.
So it's easy to show them a link. You can download the links to the phone, save it to your clipboard, and you can just share it to them. Say, look, this is what we're trying to educate you on, show you on. So when
Yeah.
you got a moment, watch the before, you know, the first video, what the kilowatts reading is after it rains, and then look at the second video of how much more you got out of your panels.
Right.
So at the end of the year, you keep doing this. At the end of the year, you're going to get a bigger check.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I do have a form that we give the customer along with my business card. It's on the back of my business card, and it shows you the before wattage and the after wattage after we clean. So we show the increase to the customer at every single job, and I'll show that form to you guys, and that way you guys have it.
I'm full of ideas.
Man.
So when you do this form, get your piece of paper, block out their information, and show that when you're doing your cleaning. That way, the more information you're putting out there and showing the gains that you're getting, is educate the public, and the people start cleaning more.
Well, the form doesn't have the customer's information at all. It just basically shows before the temperature, shows the wattage before when we do take it, and then after the cleaning, we write down the increase.
There you go.
So the increase is shown to the customer. So I'll show you guys that little piece of paper when I go live tomorrow. So and get that taken care of. How do you, Mr. Jordan says, how do you clean solar panels with stubborn stains and bird poo using a water-fed broom to clean solar panels? Well, that's the problem. We have rotating brushes here, and it usually takes care of that. The Rasenstein brush is really good with that because it's the bristles are
more
dense and more tough than the C1000. C1000 brushes they're a little bit softer, so they're good. It just takes a little longer for them to clean it, but does the job. Both of them do the job, and they do a great job at it.
Yeah.
But the Rasenstein brush tends to get those out fairly nice.
Now from what I'm seeing, what Henry's seeing, any robot, any brush that has a less dense, softer bristle, you're having to clean the panels more.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that panels have that electromagnetic that likes to collect everything, all the elements in the air, the dust, the dirt, the dew, the moisture, and with a little bit more dense brush, you're not damaging the panels. It cleans them easier. So to get bird poop off, you're not having to do multiple passes with a J Rasenstein.
Yeah.
There's
also stuff out there that will clean that. We were looking at that when we were looking at the tractor itself. It was Chemtech, and they have the cement remover, I think it was, that actually you put that on there, and that been told that has worked really, really well. But it's not cheap. Very, it's not cheap at all.
Yeah, the company that we went and visited, they were showing us different chemicals and everything else, and they were showing us a liquid that they use when they have a hard time with hard water.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That stuff was very expensive. So we did a breakdown on how many gallons can it clean with just 1 gallon jug, and you're still ahead with DI tanks.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's stuff out there you can clean. Me personal, on residential, I use my soap and my foam cannon. I mist the panels. I just do a little bit of a zero tip, mist the panels with a little bit of soap. My Jason Rasenstein brush, the rotaries go back towards the center, and it scrubs them with the soap, and it rinses them at the same time, and you push it off or you pull it off. If you got issues that way.
Yeah. Mary, to answer your question, about the minivan or small commercial, it's really up to you what you want to run with. We don't tell people how to spend their money, But you know, you just got to go out there and um, just test the waters, find out what's going to be working for you, what's going to be better for you, and this is about the best advice I can give you. I have a van that's enclosed, and I'm not worried about somebody breaking into my van or jumping in the back of my truck or something and taking it when it's right there exposed. So the van works that way much better. And when it's raining, everything is dry, protected. So that's why I went with the van itself personally, and it's been great for me. So
Mary, if you're looking at vans, the little, like the Ford Transit Connect, it's nice. But if you want something that you can walk inside and stand up in, get a half ton. Get one of the Ford Transit half ton vans. You don't need anything bigger than a half ton.
yeah,
A lot of the bigger companies are getting the 3/4 ton and the 1 ton.
the Mercedes.
The Sprinters and all them.
Yeah,
But yeah, a half ton van, if you want to walk inside, you'd want that. Mine, you don't walk inside. It's small and narrow. But what's short. But what's nice about it is you open up the slide doors, everything's right there in reach. Same thing with Henry's.
yeah.
But
And to be honest, I outgrew my van a long time ago, so I definitely have to look for something bigger and better. But that's
Yeah,
maybe 2023. Who knows?
in our industry, solar panel business is growing.
Big time.
If you're going to do solar panel cleaning, you need a minimum half ton van because you're going to put your 4.0, the 5.0 skid in there. You're going to put your wand holders in there. You're going to put your storage compartments for your chemicals. You're going to need room to put bird proofing in there, all your wire and everything. You need room for stuff. So if you can get a half ton, get a half ton. If you're trying to cut, corners and budget, then you get a smaller one and start out until you can grow.
We have
That just reminded me. One of my customers just hit me up. He is going to be coming tomorrow to return his DI tanks and everything, and he has a van for sale. I
okay.
can't remember what it looks like, but when he comes tomorrow to return the DI tanks, he's moving out of the country. So,
Okay.
but he is going to be selling his van.
So, take some pictures.
I'll take some pictures. I'll get some info on it, and
There you go. Give Mark a call.
give me a call.
Let me see here. Kaylin Hargrove. How are you liking the beer, Henry? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Kaylin came down to your shop today, Mark.
Yep.
Brought me some beer. And...
No. He didn't bring you beer. It's in my refrigerator.
Oh.
It's my beer now.
Well, I'm gonna have to steal that back because I think there's like 4 of them in there. So
yeah, he's got 4 in there. He was telling me about them that they're actually brewing the beer and they're storing it in barrels.
Oh wow!
Like whiskey barrels and wine barrels.
Nice. I'm gonna have to try that.
So he gave me the rundown on it, and I'm like, dude, I never heard anybody aging beer in barrels.
Wow.
To give it all the different flavors and everything.
Now I'm excited to try it.
Yeah.
So I have not tried it yet, but thank you very much for coming down to the shop today, and we appreciate that. And I will enjoy your beer.
What was his name again?
Is Kaylin?
Kaylin, yeah.
Yeah, Kaylin Hargrove, and he's out from the Central Coast. I think he's on his way back right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he had to leave and go back, and he wanted to come and tour the shop and see the equipment and ask a lot of questions. And
well, thank you for coming by.
Spend a little bit of time with him and helped him out, and he's going to be a future solar panel cleaner.
Awesome. Let me see. Tara Lynn. What's up there, Tara Lynn? Henry, did you get the RO system to save resin when doing those big jobs? Yes, I did. I got the Aqua Pro. It's not so much, I'm using that and I'm going to test it out. And I'm going to try that. And that's going to go in front of my 2 big DI tanks and see how much more I save on it. The nice thing about that particular tank is you can rejuvenate the resin with another filter that they give you, and you just add a couple of cans of salt and you replenish it for 40 minutes, and then it just rejuvenates the resin. You don't have to buy any more resin.
I seen you. I caught a little bit of video. You're in your storage, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So I seen the tank. I had a customer call me earlier, and he says, "How did it go?" I said, "I just barely caught a clip of it."
Yeah, it's actually really, really good. And it's, I have not cleaned the resin out yet, but you know, because it's just, I just got it. But I'm sure when I do, I'll make a video of it and show you guys how I do that, and I'll test it parts per million before and after I get it clean, and we'll see how that goes.
Give a high and a low of the hard water going through your system.
Uh-huh.
That way you can kind of get a little ballpark of how much more it's saving for other people that's interested in it.
Yeah. David, what's up there, David? David says, what do you suggest for beginners for the first DI tank? Honestly, if you can't afford anything, and you're just looking for something, that Aqua Pro is like, it's pretty good, from what I've seen so far. And I get a lot of feedback on it. I did my homework on it. And for something to start for like Windows and stuff like that, that would be good, because that's the tank that you can just clean the resin out and just clean it over and over, and it will last a lot longer. It gives you like another 2,000 gallons of purified water. So, and they use that in RVs a lot. So give it a shot. I have it on my YouTube channel, and you can try it. You know, order it in the description. There's a link in the description below. But
Our video froze.
it froze.
Yeah.
Oh.
Two old guys got still.
Uh-oh. Awesome. Thanks. I'll be shopping around right now. Yeah, just go to my YouTube channel, and the one that I showed, I showed that's the Aqua Pro, and the links are in there for you to get that. So it looks like we have a frozen picture on the other end over here, but hopefully, guys, are you guys able to still at least hear us? Hopefully you're able to hear us. Spotless Solar says, what's up, guys? Trying to stay dry in the rain. Major Ken, what's up there, Major Ken? Mary says, that's a great idea, Mark. No problem. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow and check that out. Major Ken says, do you get your readings accurately? It's hard to tell off the app solar companies use. No, Major Ken, I'm actually using a device that you put on top of the solar panels to measure the wattage from the sun itself coming in, and it tells you what the solar panels are generating. And it's totally different than the app that people use, you know, from their home. So that gives you an average, but this one is pretty much real time, and you can just put that right on top of the panel and test the panel, each and every panel, if you like. Spotless Solar says, Major Ken, I use those apps and they work perfectly fine for me. If you need help using them, let me know. I don't mind helping. Awesome. Great. Mary says, thank you for the information. Do you think you are going to get a second van, Henry? Are you thinking of upgrading your equipment in your current van? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. There's a lot of things I have on the horizon here. So, you know, Mark and myself are kind of, you know, looking at some bigger things. And so I don't know next year what I'm going to be doing with the solar panel company itself. So I'm going to have to see. I mean, you know, I got a couple of months to really think about the direction that I'm going to be going. So Major Ken says, I saw the Fluke. You should do a class on it. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do that. I do that. It's called a Fluke irradiance meter, and that I do that when I do my videos, and I'll be showing that a lot more in my videos itself, as far as the Fluke irradiance meter and what it actually does and how it can help you guys out in the solar panel cleaning world. So,
Well, guys, I'm sorry that you lost the feed and you don't get to look at our lovely bald heads. We're kind of frozen in time. So it looks like we're back to IT support tomorrow with Mr. Kalen.
yep. It happens. It happens. I mean, there's nothing we can do as long as you guys are able to see us. That's all that matters. So, I mean, if you want to see us, I am here on my YouTube channel also, and you can see me on my YouTube channel. Just the same if you are just looking at a black screen and we're on, but no big deal. Or stay right where you're at. We're just looking at all your questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the live chat, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have. That's what we're here for. And, we do this on Tuesday nights. We appreciate all the thumbs up, too, guys. Thank you for all the thumbs up. That helps out our YouTube channel. Trying to get Mark to 1,000 subscribers so he can go live once again. So if you are not subscribed to his YouTube channel, subscribe to his YouTube channel and make sure that you guys get him to 1,000. Okay, so he can do a lot more on his YouTube channel itself.
Yeah. Mark's live is frozen, but I can still hear you. As long as
Awesome.
you can hear us, we can still talk to you. It's all good.
That's right.
We'll get this figured out tomorrow. I seen it flickering earlier. I think we may have a bad cable, but that's just part of the world. Looks like I'll be going to Best Buy tomorrow and get another cable.
No worries.
Yeah, I seen it flickering.
Hey, that's what happens. Live. You never
Yeah.
know what's going to happen when you go live. What is Mark's YouTube? David said. It is, just do a search for AM pressure washing. AM pressure washing on YouTube. You'll see Mark right there, and just subscribe to his YouTube channel. I think he was asking me on my
David, look behind me. You see my phone number, the 951-440-9063.
No.
Text me and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, no problem. Once again, it is 951-440-9063, and I don't think he can see you because he's on my YouTube channel, which got
Oh,
the background back
oh,
there.
I'm sitting here looking at
Yeah.
this.
No worries.
That's where you're seeing all that. You're on your YouTube.
I am. I'm actually right here, so
Oh, right on.
doing my thing.
Yeah, I was sitting there looking at the chat box. I'm like, how does he see that question? Where's it at? I'm sitting here scrolling. Henry's making this old bald guy right here lose his. Well,
Yeah.
can't lose my
No,
hair.
he says
Losing my
got.
hair.
He says got it. I just subscribed. There you go. You got a new subscriber.
Thank you.
How about that?
Let's see where I'm at. I'm
Uh-oh.
very curious. Let's go to my channel.
So as the weather starts to get to the point where it starts to rain, things are going to start to slow down for you guys in the solar panel industry and what have you. But does it mean that your business can stop? We constantly are having business, whether it's window cleaning, solar panel cleaning, commercial cleaning. I have commercial guys giving me a call right now and asking me to put in bids for their commercial businesses. So it's still there. Okay, the guys are still looking. It doesn't stop. So just keep that in mind. And in the meantime, just go out there and go that extra mile. Start advertising on Facebook. Start throwing some ads out there on Instagram. Use social media to get your business out there. Start showing your work of what you're doing. Do that every day. LinkedIn, what have you. There's a lot of sources that you can go. You can go walk the pavement. Go pass out flyers, and word of mouth. That's when somebody sees you working, they're obviously going to come up to you and say, "Hey, can I have a business card, or can I have a flyer, or can I have something?"
Yeah.
And you never know. You may be doing solar panels. You may be doing window cleaning. You may be doing pressure washing. Maybe they may need their sidewalk concrete clean. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm real good about sharing my business contact. Instead of doing a business card, I'll say, "Hey, what's your phone number?" So I'll take some of my business contact. All they gotta do is hit the little icon, send it to the phone. Now
Yeah.
I got it. So instead of trying to input all the information, I make it easy for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's just all the little tricks that we do, guys. So what works for me and Henry may not work for you.
Right.
But we don't mind sharing the little tricks that we do. Like I had a customer hit me up this morning and said, "Hey, I've been going through your YouTube videos and I've seen that you have a document that you keep up with your customers."
Mhm.
And I said, "Yeah, I got a spreadsheet."
Yeah.
I keep it on my phone. I literally just hit attach file and sent it to him. He was stoked that he got it that quick. I'm like, it's simple.
Yeah, I just had I have a company that's kind of monitoring my reviews, and I pay them on a monthly thing here, and they gave me a business card with the QR code, and they put that on the business card itself, and they're sending me some business cards with my QR code on it, and has all the information. So that's another thing that you guys can look at too, is your business cards. And if you guys want that information, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to forward that to anybody who wants this contact. And he's a pretty good guy. His name is Henry also, and he'll take care of you. So okay, with that being said, question from Mark. David says, what's a good chemical for cleaning roof tiles to clean mold and mildew? And would you use a soft washer or a pressure washer?
David, I don't use bleach. I use warm water, hot water. I don't go over, about 150, 160 is where I run mine at. Hot water kills algae just like bleach does. I don't like using bleach. If you over dilute, not dilute it, but if you put too much on there, you can damage paint. You can kill landscaping. You can kill grass if they don't have gutters. I just don't like doing soft wash. Soft wash works. It does work in the world. East Coast is known for soft wash. Me personally, out here on the West Coast, if you watched any of my videos, for example, Pepperdine University, I clean that whole campus, hot water. I do not use no chemicals whatsoever on any of the cleaning that I do, and it gets everything off. But it's like I said, you asked a question, you wanted my honest opinion, I give you my honest opinion.
Now, as far as the hot water, where do you get that from?
Pressure washer with a burner.
With a burner. So there's no chemicals being used?
Hot water.
What temperature?
150.
About 150.
Yeah.
There you go. Edgar Gonzalez, what's going on? He says, what's up, fellas? Good to see both of you out here in Gilroy. All one solar shine. What's up there from Gilroy, garlic capital of the world?
Edgar, just talked to him a little while ago.
Nice. There you go. I'm very familiar with Gilroy.
Hey, let me tell you something. What happened with Edgar is my phone did an update. So I was cleaning up some of my contacts. So whenever you open up your phone and you go in your contacts and you hit manage contacts and settings, be careful. Because when it says merge contacts, look at every contact. I merged my contacts and I got a lot of people in my world that have the same name. What a cluster. Holy moly. I've been trying to clean that up for the past few days, and Edgar was one of them. Edgar got attached to another Gonzalez.
Oh, wow.
And I wasn't paying attention when I did the merge, and I did that years ago, and I totally forgot I would never, back then I told myself I'd never do it again. Well, guess what? I just did it again not too long ago, and now it's biting me in the butt. So pay attention if you merge your contacts. Make sure you look at each and every contact before you merge them. If it's the same person, you know these people, go ahead and merge it. But if it's not, be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. So David says, thank you. He didn't know that as far as the 150 degrees with the hot burner, and cleaning that off.
David, go on my YouTube and go back. I think you can do a search for Pepperdine University and you'll see it pop up.
Okay.
You'll actually see us live cleaning, and that's just with warm water, hot water.
Hot water with the water. Okay.
Especially that big chapel. That chapel, you can see where we do close-ups of how much algae and bird poop and everything's on there. And when we get done with it, it's glistening white.
Nice. Now, they have different types of tips. Do you use those same tips for the hot burner?
The same tips.
Same tips.
Normally we use the 25 degree, the green one.
The green. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
40 degrees the white one, yellow one's 15 degrees, the red is zero tip, and the black is a soak tip. So normally in my world, in the pressure washing sidewalks, shopping centers, buildings, we use the green 25-degree tip.
Nice. Edgar Gonzalez says, no problem, brother. Glad we got it figured out. And thanks for all the support and the help.
No worries, buddy.
No.
Sorry about that. But yeah, we're all good now. I gotta literally go through my contacts and the ones that I know, especially my group contacts, my solar panel, pressure washers, window cleaners, and all them. I've got to make sure they're not linked, and I know how to do it. I just gotta sit down and do it.
Wow.
Don't merge your contacts unless you know who they are.
There you
Holy
go.
moly.
Man. Well, hopefully everybody is staying out of the rain today and being safe out there. It is our first rain here in Southern California. And so a lot of accidents out there. It took me about an hour to get up here and a lot of accidents.
People like me and Major Ken and all the people back on the East Coast, we do not understand California drivers. We do not hit our brakes in the rain. We keep mashing, we keep going. People out here, it can sprinkle a little bit, and what they want to do, they want to hit their brakes. They cause more accidents. I don't get it. I'm a country bumpkin. I don't slow down.
All right.
Keep going. If you hydroplane, hey, that's drifting. That's drift time.
Yep.
You know, keep going.
That's awesome.
One quick question for both of you guys regarding hotels. What's the best approach to getting them as clients? Hotels are hard to do.
Yeah.
I clean hotels. I've got one customer that I help out. He cleans those hotels, extended stay or whatever you call them. I forgot the name of the hotel. I've gone out and helped him clean them. I've cleaned hotels, but you got to understand, hotels are on a budget. They try to give you the best deal you can to get you in there on a room, because you got to remember, they don't have that customer every single day.
Right.
They are good about letting us go out and pressure wash the sidewalks, the front entrance, the pools, the trash enclosures, but to clean a hotel, it's very hard, guys. If you get with the big companies and you talk to them and you can get your foot in the door with Hampton and Holiday Inn Express, stuff like that, and say, look, if you got any locations that you want to set up on an annual cleaning or something like that, I appreciate the offer to be able to bid on the job. You might can get your foot in the door, but
I've done some hotels. I've done the windows on 4 stories, and then remember I had to rent the boom lift for that.
Yeah.
I had to get a 60-foot boom lift, and had a whole bunch of windows to do for Holiday Inn, as a matter of fact. And so they were asking how you go about getting those. You might want to go to the maintenance supervisor that's at that particular hotel. They can usually get in touch with corporate. They have a budget that they set, and they're the ones that make the calls. Corporate does. So if the maintenance manager comes up and says, hey, I have enough budget to clean my windows twice a year, but this is my budget, you have to work within that budget in order to get the contract. And so they'll usually tell you what they're going to be working with or what they have. And they'll submit the paperwork and they'll get the okay. The only problem is, once you get that done and you're finished with the job, most of them are either on a net 30 or net 60. And you're either waiting 30 days or 60 days to get your money. So be prepared for that. They're all good as far as getting these big accounts, but always remember, when you go after these big accounts, most of the time you have to have all your money up front to take care of the job. You can ask for 30%, and some of them will give you the 30% up front with the check, and some won't. So you just walk in there and talk to the maintenance manager, or ask for a maintenance manager in that building, and see who cleans their windows or who does their solar panels, and they'll point you in the right direction, just by doing that. Okay, so Major Ken says that's why we drive big trucks.
Yeah, we do.
There you go. Um, Edgar says appreciate the advice. Thank you. No problem. Hopefully that helped. So, all right, guys. Let me see here. Any other questions for us today? Any other questions? Thank you guys for the thumbs up, and thank you for the new subscribers on Mark's channel. Really appreciate that. And for those of you who are just listening to us for the very first time, we are on every Tuesday,
Every
Tuesday
5
night
p.m.
at 5 p.m. to answer your questions, whether it is solar panel cleaning or pressure washing. We are the two experts here that can answer those questions for you, help you out, and it's absolutely free. We don't charge you anything for it, and it's just a podcast that we enjoy doing. So you guys can listen to us on the podcast channels, and go from there.
Yeah, and everything we give you guys is just based on experience. It's just our own personal opinion. We don't carve it in stone. We try to help everybody out. That's why we have the chat box. You can ask questions. We don't mind answering the questions to help you out if you have anything. But it's
Yep.
just our own personal opinion on everything we do. We're not like some of these companies that, tell you this is the way you do it and this is the way you don't do it.
Right.
Everybody has their way of doing things.
Right.
So, well, guys, it's almost been an hour.
I got Major Ken over here asking a question. It says, Henry, are we meeting tomorrow night? Yes, we are. We are meeting tomorrow night on Zoom for the Super Duper fans. For all you Super Duper fans out there on my channel, we have a meeting tomorrow night at 6 p.m. I will be putting that out there for you guys, and we will discuss what we want to discuss. What's going on over there?
Eric is taking a picture right now across the street of us doing our live shot
Oh, my goodness.
podcast.
There he is. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it.
So doing a video on Instagram.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, we are about done here. Is there anything else, Mark, you want to throw out there before we go?
That's it. I'm doing some work for J Racing Sound. I can't talk about it right now, but I got a new prototype that I just built today for them. It's sitting out there on my workbench. I will be taking that to them tomorrow to get the approval. And once we get the approval on that, I'll announce this new product that I built today.
A new product.
Mm-hmm. So, literally, I've been working on it all day. I've had it for a while. I just haven't had the time to sit down and work on it. So, I literally built a prototype today. I sent them pictures. They like everything. There's one electric switch that they sent me a picture of that they want to know if I can use. So, I'll talk to them more about that tomorrow. But yeah, there's something new for you guys out there that it looks like it's going to be a go, and once we get the green light, I will do videos and show you what it is and what we're doing and everything else.
Edgar got a question for you.
What's Edgar got?
Edgar says a new splash guard, maybe.
Of course, you'll see it tomorrow. It'll be on
I don't
all
think-
the new rotary brushes.
I don't think he heard you earlier in the broadcast.
Oh, yes, Edgar. I just ordered 20 new brushes. I'll pick them up tomorrow. They finally come in, and all of the new brushes has the new splash guard that is universal, that works both ways.
Sanad, hopefully I said that right. Sanad, what's going on there from the Super Clean Brothers? What is your recommendation on getting school contracts cleaning solar panels? Oh.
All right, guys. I've talked about this many, many times.
Right.
When you start trying to get these kind of contracts, it takes a while. It took me 4 years to get my foot in the door with Costco.
Mm-hmm.
School contracts, it's even harder.
Can I answer that?
Sure.
Okay, so on school contracts here in California, is a bidding process. So most of the school districts, you have to bid on the schools, and you're gonna get companies that sit there and they will call you and they will have you put in a bid for a school contract. and they'll give you a whole list of schools that you'll be bidding on, and they're not going to tell you what the bids are, but you're going to go out there and you're going to put in your bid per panel on these schools. And if you are the lowest bid, most of the time, you're the one winning that particular contract. Now, there are other school districts, like Mark is going to talk about right now, that do not go by contracts or bidding processes. And so maybe he can help you out with that.
I've got Lake Elsinore Unified School District contract. It comes up for renew every year, but they do not put it out to bid because they've been with me for many, many years. I oversee 25 schools. That's with AM pressure washing. We do the pressure washing there, and I also do maintenance for them, and I also sell them equipment. They have their own groundskeepers that do pressure washing, so we do sell them equipment and service their equipment and all kind of stuff. They come by here all the time. Um, they're the ones that one of the it's Lake Elsinore Unified School District. They're one of the ones that don't put it out to bid because they've been happy with me for all these years.
Yeah.
I don't rip them off on prices. I don't escalate prices. The only thing I did this past year with some of my contracts, fuel costs. I said I've got to go up a little bit because of fuel costs, but the labor costs I kept the same. And I told them, I said, when it comes to the fuel, we're doing these jobs. We're running diesel for the burner, we're running gas for the engines, and everybody knows we're still in over $5 a gallon right now.
Yeah.
$5 to $6 a gallon.
Something I definitely want to talk about real quick, okay? And I want Mark to kind of, hopefully answer this question. We have somebody here, I think Edgar was saying, also lots of certifications and prevailing wages. I fortunately talked with a few already, and definitely a long process. I want to talk about prevailing wages. What your thoughts are on those, and what's your feedback on them, and as far as your experience with it, with prevailing wages.
I currently do not work for nobody with prevailing wage. I've had several companies that says, look, the only way we're going to pay you is with prevailing wage. And I said, well, thank you, and I appreciate the offer, but at this time I'll pass. And I've had a few of them that I've told that to, and they says, well, let me see what we can do, because they really wanted me to work for them.
Mm-hmm.
Prevailing wage is they're going to pay you by the hour. So they say this job right here is a prevailing wage at this amount of money for this many hours, and that's what you're getting paid.
Right.
A lot of these are city or government jobs. Prevailing wage works for a lot of people. There is some good things out there. I got some friends that are painters that buy equipment from me that work for government jobs, for military, and they're prevailing jobs. But it's one big contract, and in that big contract, they may have, so many buildings that need, for instance, need to get painted. Well, the prevailing wage is, here's what we're paying you. This is prevailing wage. This is the amount that you're getting paid per hour, and these are what the jobs are, and this is the time frame to do these jobs.
Right.
I'm used to charging by the job, and I haven't got involved in them because there's a lot of red tape, a lot of stuff that goes with prevailing wage jobs. If you had anybody offer you a prevailing wage job, there's a lot of tape.
Yeah. And prevailing wages sounds good, right? Because it's like almost double to what you're normally getting.
Yeah.
But there's some things that are not good about
There's
prevailing
a
wages.
lot of fine print. You gotta know what you're doing when you sign these government contracts. For instance, I think I talked to you about BidSync.
Yes.
BidSync is a company that sends out government jobs. I used to do them, and I got burnt on one, and I got burnt on a couple of them. Let me give you an example. Down in Orange County, there is a bus terminal that homes homeless people. So down below where the buses pull up, down below they have a TV area, they have cots set up, they have porta potties, washing dryers, they have a place for the pets, and they got a place where they get their, people came in and bring food to them. They wanted me to come out and bid this job. I went out and bid it. There was 16 different companies there. they wanted it cleaned twice a week. So I bidded it, for instance, this is a lot of square foot, and with two people's working, it's minimum 8, almost 10-hour day working there. I bid it back then, I think it was like $864, whatever it was. The highest bid,
A
and
week? Oh, a
that's
week?
no, that's per cleaning. The highest bid was $16,000.
Mm.
The lowest bid was like $350.
Wow.
Guess who they went with?
The lowest bid.
They went with the lowest bid. So I told the bid sync that day, I said, shame on you for taking advantage of this man and woman to clean all of this property for $350. I don't even pay for their labor and fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So there literally would be there, and that's with me cleaning with two people running a dual system. I'm there for minimum 8 hours because you got to clean where the dogs are at, all the urine and feces areas. They have the artificial grass where they go. You got to clean around the laundry mat area. You got to clean around the porta potties. Then you had to clean everywhere where they slept underneath the cot. So they put all the their belongings on top of the cot, and you got to wash up underneath them. So doing that, you know, you got to turn your pressure down, and you got to rinse real easy so you're not splattering all their linen and bed sheets and everything else.
So you're working around the homeless.
You're there all day.
Wow.
So you have to watch when it comes to these type of contracts. You cannot get hungry. You cannot get desperate and say, you know what, F it, I'm going to go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is what you run into. I just had bid sync send me 7 bids. I went through and looked at them, and I deleted it off my email.
It wasn't that important.
But by the time you spend your money in gas to drive an hour to a job to bid the job, and then you spend another hour or two of just putting the quote together, because these contracts can be 2 or 3 pages and up to 10 pages that you got to fill out.
Mm-hmm.
All this information, the same thing with prevailing wage, the same thing with everything. And then it's still not guaranteed you're going to get that job.
Right.
And guys, go clean solar panels, go clean residential, go pressure wash, do auto detailing, clean windows.
There's
Not
much
saying
more jobs, better.
less hassle, more money, and you're not competing against people that will lowball you and that are really desperate, to do a job. Who wants to work and run your pressure washers with your burners, and you got to do your sweeping? You got for $350 all day.
Yeah.
And that's 2 people.
Right. And that's, and especially if it's a government job or what have you, you have to have either some type of clearance or background check or something,
Yeah.
To get these jobs. So is it really worth it? First of all. Second of all, it's got to be a pretty darn good contract.
Right.
And they got to be able to sit there and pay.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, some of these government contracts are good jobs because, like me, I'm a veteran. I got my VA card, and I can get on any military base. I do pressure washing at military bases.
Mm-hmm.
But some of my guys that we use may not have, a green card, or they may not have, they have a bad background. They have a felony on their record. So they can't get in some of these bases. I had one of my workers, same thing, had a felony. I didn't know this. We're at the gate doing all of our checks going in. I know I'm good. I'm standing there, they're checking us off one by one. And then the main guy pulls me to the side and says, hey, this worker can't come in. I said, why? He had a felony. He had something going on in his background. Something happened to where he wasn't able to go on that military base.
Oh, gotcha.
Something, whatever happened in the felony. I don't know if it was theft. I don't know what it was.
Well.
But, these are the kind of things that come up. But if you got a clean background and you're willing to sit down in front of a computer and answer all these questions and upload all these documents, and you got people that are as squeaky clean as you, go out there and do it. But it takes a while to do it.
Yeah.
And once you get in, not saying that they'll put the job back out to bid, next year or whatever. If they like you, they'll put it out to bid, but 9 times out of the 10, they're going to come back to you. And if you do everything right, it's like the government job that I do. I wasn't in that base, I forgot it.
Point Magoo?
Point Magoo.
Yeah.
That's one right
Up
there.
in Ventura.
Up in
Yep.
Ventura. So that's one that I've been called back to several times, and we go take care of that military base. Not a problem. But
Yeah.
they know that we come in and we do the job right, and we don't leave until it's done right.
Yep.
So it's all up to you. But just whenever you're looking at these jobs, you'll get a printout, you'll get a PDF, you'll get the documents. You open them up. Do not rush them. Read them, and make sure you understand everything, especially everything in the fine print.
Yeah, read that fine print before you go in there and accept that job.
Yeah.
All right, guys. With that being said, we are over our hour already. Thank you guys very much for chiming in on our podcast again. We will be back next Tuesday and tomorrow for the Super Duper fans on my YouTube channel. I will be having that Zoom meeting tomorrow, so make sure I see you guys there. All right. With that being said, thank you guys for chiming in.
All right, everybody. Have a good evening.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Peace.
Peace.